Hi there, thanks so much for joining me. My name is Susan Timchak and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'd like to welcome you here. Today I have a fun project with you. I am participating in a Halloween blog hop, and if you're here from my blog, then you'll want to go ahead down below and check out the other people participating. If you're here visiting me from YouTube, head on over to my blog at stampinsuecreates.blogspot.com, or is it blogger.com? I think they're both the same now, blogger.com, Stampin' Sue Creates. And you'll see some of the other people that are participating in this really fun blog hop for Halloween. So when I was trying to think of, well, what am I going to come up for a project, I wanted to come up with something that might be a little different. So I kind of came up with this idea. This is not a new idea. This is an old idea that has been around for a long time. And usually when you see them, they're done with hot chocolate packets. But this time I thought I would use one of these spiced apple cider pockets and packets. And I actually made myself a cup of one when I went down to get an extra one so I can show you how to make it. So you can find these even in the Dollar Tree. They come in a box, and there's usually about 5 or 6, or you could probably even get more of them in there. So they're actually the same size as a hot cocoa packet. So if you want to substitute another packet, you can just adjust your dimensions to your card. But they are the same size as the hot cocoa packets. Ugh. Oh boy, packets that I have. Is the meds I'm on. I'm on different medications for a root canal, so sorry about that. So this is actually a slider. So you just pull this up, and up comes the packet, and then you can push it back down inside. So let me show you how quick and simple this is going to be. So a lot of times, you know, you don't want to give out candy to trick-or-treaters, or people at work, you want to give them a little something. So this is a good way to go. Usually somebody likes the apple cider. If it's not them, they can pass it on to someone else. So, so here I have my pieces already here. I am working with a base card. This is cut at 5 by 8, and it's scored at 2, and then flip it around, and the other side is scored at 2 1/4. Okay, so then you have your base design. So you're going to go ahead and fold these on the score lines, and you'll see one is wider than the other. So you'll want to put you can usually stick your packet inside if you want. It's not necessary, but you know, you can if you like to. I'm just going to use some of our mono adhesive. This has not been my glue of choice in the past. However, I'm finding that I'm using it more and more to do 3D type projects, because it just holds really well, and it's really inexpensive. It's a liquid glue. Alright, so now I have a piece of this Halloween paper. The Scaredy Cat. Let me just double check the name. Ooh, this is hot. What was it over on top of something over there? Spooky Night Designer Series paper. Sorry, I was distracted there. Oh, it's on my cord here. Okay, now that explains it. So I love this DSP paper. It is in the holiday catalog, and I just cut a piece. This piece is 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. So it is double-sided, so if you wanted to use that side, that's fun too. But I'm going to go ahead with this side for now. And I'm going to stick that onto the front. There'll be a little bit of black border. And the reason why this Tombow liquid glue is so nice is that you can slide it around and do a positioning on it. So I took another piece of the DSP, and this one is cut at 2 by 3 3/4, and I'm just going to layer this on the bottom. It has a fun background on the back of that too. Sometimes the designer series paper is so cool on both sides. It's just a hard decision, so it's a good thing that Stampin' Up! Goes ahead and gives us 2 of each sheet. So then you'll have 1 of each. So that just kind of breaks it up a little bit. Now, to cover up where those 2 pieces go together, I'm going to go ahead and use this fun black vintage crochet trim. And again, I'm going to use this Just a little tiny bit going right along that line. I don't even know if you can see that. Yeah, you probably could see that. And I'm just going to go ahead and lay my trim right over that. And that's going to cover up that line that kind of separates the two. I'm just going to trim that off. These are a new pair of paper snips. And ooh, there is nothing like a new pair of snips. There we go. So let me show you something else fun that I got. I got this in the mail. Janet Wakeland. Hey Janet, if you're watching this, thank you so much. I participated in one of her online classes she was doing. She was giving prizes away. It was through Facebook. And excuse me, I won these new black rhinestones. So look at this cool packaging idea. Isn't this neat? It's just a piece of designer series paper. She used the graveyard die and cut this out, and using some of our new products with the cat punch and the paper, and I just thought that's cute. And the best part of this is that you don't even have to, you know, take that off. You just slide your rhinestones out from behind there, and you can keep your packaging, and it's just so cute. And Janet, every time I use this, I think of you. So I've been pulling these rhinestones out in my little projects that I've been doing because, yay, now I have them. So I'm just going to use 3 different sizes. And I like to use my snips to pick them up off the paper because they already have their adhesive on them. So there we go. Add a little embellishment there. Okay, so I'm going to use the Spooky Cat stamp set. And I just have some scrap pieces. I have a scrap of the vanilla and a scrap of the basic gray. And the 2 stamps that I chosen for my tag on here is this A Wickedly Yummy Treat for You. And then you can use Trick or Treat in there, but I'm going to use Happy Halloween. So I'm going to put Happy Halloween inside there. So I'm going to use basic black. And these are great because they're photopolymer, so you can see right through them. There we go. There's just something about that sound that it makes too when you kind of like that, you know, ink to the paper, and then when you remove it, it just makes that sound. It's like, whoo, kind of like reminds you like when you open up a soda pop can, it's like that, psst, you know. I don't know, maybe I'm weird, but okay. Sorry if my head's in the way. Happy Halloween in there. And close that up before I get in trouble. And I'm going to use this new label punch that we have. And this is going to punch this out really fun for me because no cutting. Although I'm one of those crazy people that likes to fussy cut. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to punch one out of this basic gray. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my fun paper snips. And I'm just going to cut this down the center. Turn this over. Again, another line of glue, top and bottom. And I'm going to layer those 2 pieces underneath here, just to kind of give it a little extra color. And actually, when you look at it, you can't even really tell that it's not, you know, the whole piece of it covered underneath. It just has that little bit of color popping out, and it's hard to see with this black on my background. I think I'm a crooked, but again, that's where that snail, not snail, the mono adhesive comes in handy. Alright, so there's my little tag. So let's add a little more bling to it. So we have this fun sequin, a mini sequin trim, and then even though this is Calypso, this is an, let me look at the actual, it's a Calypso coral, like an organdy ribbon. And you see how it has the variation of color? I love that. So it kind of has like a little bit of this color in it, but maybe not, but it has a little bit of the very vanilla. So I'm going to take a piece of both of these. Let me see, about that much. And I'm going to snip those, and let me just measure this so it kind of gives you an idea. Oh, it's about 7.5 inches. I'm just going to fold these on, one on top of one another, kind of fold it in half. And I'm going to use a stapler. And I so wish Stampin' Up! Still had this stapler, because I'm finding now that it's not available anymore, I'm using it more and more. Alright, so that's just going to kind of hold that all together. I'm going to flip my little tag over. I'm going to pull in some dimensionals. And I'm going to kind of use those dimensionals to secure it onto the front. I'm using a lot of them. Dimensionals are inexpensive, and it will not only adhere that ribbon. I have my fan on in the ceiling, so if these papers go flying by, you'll know why. Hopefully not in my cider cup. But the dimensionals are inexpensive, and they are great to hold on the ribbon and to give you that little pop of dimension that you need. And I feel like I am all thumbs here today. There we go. See? Just like that. And we're going to go ahead and pop this right onto here. That would make a fun card too, wouldn't it? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a hole punch, and just through this top layer I'm going to punch a hole just like that. And I'm going to bring in a different ribbon now. This time I am using the basic black, and this is a shimmer ribbon. I'm not sure if the video is showing that or not, but it has a really great shimmer to it. I'm just going to cut this at an angle, because what I want to do is it this way I want to go? Yeah, I think it is. From the front to the back. Pull that ribbon through, get myself a nice amount, keeping it on the spool just in case. I'm kind of like one of those people that doesn't want to use too much ribbon or have too much wasted or not enough. So if you just work from the spool and cut it when you need it. I'm going to take my little spiced apple cider. I'm going to slide that into there. I think I need a little bit more ribbon. I'm being too stingy, Susan. A lot of people don't like ribbon, but I'm one of those that does. Okay, so now I'll know right where to snip it. So see how that goes right in the top, and it goes back and around your packet. Then you could go ahead and you can tie a knot, or you can, put some sort of embellishment on the end of the two ribbons. But I'm just going to take the easy route, and I'm just going to tie a knot. Just like that. Let me just fix it. Got a little bit of fraying there. Alright, and this one. And there you have it. Your fun slider Halloween treat packet. It's probably easier if you pull it back down from the inner side. My fingers are long enough. There we go. Fix that again. Alright. So here is my sample one, and here is the one that I just completed for you. So, whoop. That's how fun, quick, and simple these are to make. So I'll give you a little closer look there so you can take a look at that. And even though this is Calypso, I don't know, I just kind of like how it's a little bit different than the oranges and the blacks and the what's that color? Hold on, I'll get it. Let me turn my caddy around. Ah. Oh, what a dumpster I am. Cajun craze. It's a senior moment. You'll get them when you get my age, trust me. So these are really fun, and they'd be great to sell at a craft show or give out to people. So I hope you enjoyed my Halloween treat, and I hope I see you back here again real soon. Thanks for joining me. Go ahead on over to stampinsuecreates.stampinup.net if you would like to order any of these products that I showed here today, or check out some of my upcoming events. I'd love to meet you at an upcoming class. So I hope you have a super Stampin' Day, and I'll see you all again here real soon. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Thank you. Bye-bye for now.